Hi everyone. I hope that so far you have had a good beginning of semester. Here in this video, I will go over the lab activity number one, and I want to mention another things about the course as well. First, you will have to go to Blackboard. Of course, you're not going to see this exactly the same as I do because I have here my courses, my information as an instructor. But here on the courses, to see the lab activities, go to the course. In this case, the course is this one, Elementary Statistical Methods. What you can see in your Blackboard homepage is this. You see the week number one, the folder start here. By the way, most of you completed all the assignments for the 1 week correctly. That is perfect. But now in the week we are in the week number two, and the week number two we have another activities. Well, you have another activity you have to do. So week number two, module number one, and there you have. You can expect to see almost the same for every week for every module. Remember that in this course we're going to have essentially one module per week. Besides that, we're going to have, if you have checked the calendar and the syllabus, we're going to have a calendar. We're going to have a project, yeah. But I will let you know in detail later about the project, all the details. Okay, especially of course what you have to do and when and how you have to submit it. By now, let's focus on the lab number one. Again, in each module for every week, in this case we are in the module number one, you will have a description of what we expect to learn and what you will be able to do, the module assignments, right? For example, in this week you are supposed to watch the lecture videos. Well, remember those videos are going to be from me, or I think the Achieve platform has also some videos, so you want to check those, no problem. You will have to complete the learning curve 6 and 7 on Achieve. Those are like some activities so that you can understand the material, right? I mean, they are not, in my opinion, they are not challenging. I mean, the one that can be challenging or kind of that could be the homework number one, where you're going to have several exercises. I think 10 for each homework. But here we also have the lab number one and the lab number two. I have described how this thing of the labs works, but anyway, I'm going to explain again here. For every lab in each module, every week, you're going to have the corresponding folder for this lab. In this case, we have two labs, lab number one and lab number two. Of course, I'm going to do one video for lab number one and another video for lab number two, right? So that we can have one video per lab. But in this case, our concern is lab number one. So lab number one is called random selection. Click there. And there you have. Again, you can expect to see the same structure for every folder for every lab. So in this case, notice first, you're going to see the assignment. The assignment is lab number one, the importance of random selection. It's a Word file. Here, lab one, upload your answered assignment. What it is about? Well, here, you will have to answer this assignment, this one. And once you have answered that assignment, you will have to upload it into this part. When you click there, you see, you're going to be able to upload your Word file but answered. Once you have answered, how you need to answer this? Well, I'm going to explain how. But maybe you think that the lab activities are going to be tedious or long, but no, actually most of them, they're going to be very simple, right, and quick. Actually, I don't want to spend so much time in the videos, right? I think the videos, this kind of videos should be short. But well, anyway, so again, this is the assignment. It's a Word file. You will have to answer that assignment. I mean, there are spaces in blank that for which you will have to enter your words, your answers, and after that you will have to upload that here. Okay, and when you have completed the assignment, I mean what I'm going to explain in this video, after that you will have to respond the lab quiz. All right, the lab quiz is done here in Blackboard. It's a short quiz that you will have to respond based on the assignment. For the answered assignment, here, notice here, it says the upload is a completion grade. Any questions or items that need further clarification, you can use the comment box or use the scheduled office hours or send an email to arrange a virtual meeting. Okay, so once you have completed the assignment, the lab assignment, the lab activity, that's all. You're going to get the full credit for that, no matter whether the lab assignment is wrong or correct. Yeah, but I'm expecting that you try to do your best. Anyway, you will have the videos here. And sometimes in this kind of assignment, we will have some complementary files like the one we have here. Yeah, we're going to need this later. But well, by now, what do we need? First, you will have to click here so that you can see the assignment. Well, it doesn't show up here immediately because it's a Word file. Anyway, it downloaded in my computer. So I'm going to open this. Where? It is here. There you have. This is the assignment, lab number 1, the importance of random selection. And for every of this assignment, you will have an introduction, all right? For example, this case is this exercise will demonstrate that random selection is important for obtaining a representative sample of the population in order to avoid bias. Bias is when we consistently overestimate or underestimate the population parameter. Well, not most of the times I'm going to read all of this, right? So I will try to go directly or straight to the assignment. But for this assignment, to complete this assignment, you see later, you will have some spaces in blank. This is the part. These parts are the ones where you will have to respond, where you will have to put your answers. When you have done that, you see all of this, all the parts in blank where you will have to respond or put your answers. After that, you will have a completed assignment. That's all. Essentially that, okay? For this assignment and for most of the assignments, we're going to need a Minitab. Remember, you were supposed to download Minitab, so let's go there. Here, Minitab was given in the first week, in the week number 1. Start here. Minitab files here below, and you can click in this part, Minitab license link. You click there. You are going to be directed to this page, and if you already downloaded the Minitab, then only click here, Minitab login, and there you have Minitab login. You see, and then Minitab is going to be open. It's going to be open from the web. By the way, some of you commented to me that you were having some problems when downloaded Minitab to your desktop. I mean, in your computer. I think that's not possible. The only way is we can use this like a application from the web, but I think it's going to be enough for our purposes. Is that okay? So this is the version of Minitab that you are going to be able to use. Now I'm going to put this together with the Word file, with the assignment. There you have. So we can be doing this. All right, so let's read the assignment. What it is about. All right, I'm going to start reading from here. It says from the last paragraph here, this one. Below is a map of the trees number 1 up to 80. When selecting the trees, the numbers on the map are the identifier of the trees, and the diameter can be estimated by the size of the circle. For example, 3 number 16 is a small, 8 is a medium, and 17 is a large. We have only those three, small, medium, and large. And each of them, they have diameters of 1, 2, and 3 respectively. This means that all the trees, all the small trees, they have 1 as diameter. All the medium trees, they have 2 as diameter, and all the large trees, they have 3 as diameter. So let's continue. And there you have this map, you see? Each is representing the one tree. Remember, we have only 3 measures, but we have 3 different, for one different size of this circle that they are representing trees. Small, medium, and large. So what do we have to do? We have to essentially know the activities where we have to follow the instructions. Actually, if you want, obviously, you don't have to wait until I post the videos. If you think you can do the assignments by yourselves, no problem. Of course, always for every assignment in the lab, I'm going to post videos, all right? And beside that, you can ask me any question, no problem with that. I just want to remember that you can use the email for any question, or we can arrange a virtual meeting, all right? I don't have a scheduled virtual meetings by now, okay? But if sometime I'm going to be there in a virtual meeting, I'm going to create a session, all right, on Blackboard, I will let you know just in case some of you want to go there, all right? Only by passing by or by walking in. Anyway, I know this is for some of you this class is online, so remember, even if the class is online, if you are in the campus and you want to go to my office, if you want to go to my scheduled office hours, no problem, right? I will be there and I will try to solve all your questions about the labs, the material, about anything. No problem with that. All right, so judgment sample. Judgment samples occur when the experimenter chooses subjects that best represent the population. Given the tree map of the 80 trees in the park, use your best judgment to estimate the average diameter by selecting 5 trees. Fill in the chart below. After selecting your sample of 3 trunk diameters, calculate the average diameter for your judgment sample. Note, the diameter for small circles is 1, medium 2, for here we have in the bottom, below, for the large ones is 3. So by now here only, here we have to make your personal choice, right, about any numbers from 1 up to 8 essentially. For example, my personal choice is going to be in this case, let's say the 2, I don't know, 10, 80, 81, and I don't know, 60, okay? So now I want to show you what kind of trees I chose. For example, the number 2 is small, you see, so it has diameter, well, I have to put here small, diameter 1. You see how you have to complete this activity? You have to do exactly as I'm doing. Now the number 10, for the number 10, for the number 10, for the number 10 is another small. I didn't know this, right? I just chose the number randomly out of my head. So it's going to be small as well. And the diameter is 1. 80, what is the 80? Oh, another small, right? Again, what's random for me? I didn't see the number for the circle. So small. So you can see how biased this is. 81. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have 81, right? I'm sorry. So instead of 81, let's choose 51. 51 is another small, really? All right, small. So we have small. So it's 1. And 60, hopefully it's not the small. Oh, 60 is another small, right? So I chose only smalls. What? I don't know, but anyway. Well, this obviously this was not a random choice, right? Now, use Minitab to calculate the mean of the diameter. Type in your diameters into C1, the column C1 in Minitab. So Well, we have only ones, right? It's simple to compute this even without Minitab. So we have 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. There you have. So it says type in your diameters into C1. Make sure you start in the first row and at the header row. On the drop down menu, select column statistics. Here, you select here at the top, the mini tab, you select column statistics. Select mean. Input variable C1. I mean, well, we don't need this one, right? The store results, so result in, well, we don't have to do that, right? It's only select. Here the instructions they say select mean, input variable, and okay. Well, I'm going to use okay. We have the option to store this in some. It's optional actually, right? To store this in some column, but we don't have to do it. So I'm going to click OK only. Okay. So obviously the mean is 1, right? Because all the numbers are 1. So judgment sample mean is going to be 1. You see, this is what you have to do. Right now we will try to do something better. Obviously, the previous sample was not random, was completely biased because it was a personal selection. Now, random sample, you will use the following Minitab commands to enter the integers from 1 up to 80 into column number 3. So we're going to represent the trees in Minitab. All right, on the drop down menu, select calc, make pattern data, simple set of numbers. Store pattern data in the column C3 from first value from 1 up to 80 in steps of 1. Number of times to each value, number of times to lead the sequence. Well, we don't have any instructions for that here, so let's leave it like that. And click OK. And there you have, you see? Here in Minitab, we have the numbers from 1 up to 80. Oh yeah, they are showing up. Yeah, it takes a little because I think the application is in the web. But yeah, you see, up to 80. All right, now it says generate a random sample of size 5 using the following commands. On the drop-down menu, select calc random data sample from columns. So we choose here calc random data. You know, here in this version of Minitab, according to the instruction given here, we were supposed to choose random data and then sample from columns. But you see, we have random data and we have immediately sample from columns. So we're going to choose this one right now. Number of rows to sample is 5. We need 5 from columns. I'm sorry, number of sample 5 from column C3. Store samples in C4. Leave, this is very important. In this case, we have to leave the checkbox empty for sample with replacement. This one, leave it empty. So we click OK. And there you have 5, you see? 5 as a random selection. So now we put the number that I got, 45, 51, 74, 27, and 11. The diameters they are 45, 45 is small. Is 1. 51 is small again. So this is 1. 74, hopefully it's not small. 74, 74, 74. Oh, again, it's small. Well, I think because most of them are small, right? 1, 27. Hopefully 27 is medium or large. Small again. What? I mean, I'm just following instructions, right? So if we get in the random sample again, all of them small, no problem. Only follow the instruction, that's all. It was randomly. And 11. 11 again is small, but yeah, most of them are small, so no difference. But I'm pretty sure that some of you are going to get something completely different when you do this. Calculate the average diameter. It's going to be 1, right? We don't need Minitab to do this. It's going to be 1 because all of them are 1. All right. Now, class data. Open the Minitab file, 3 diameters found in the lab folder. It contains the mean 3 diameter for each sample scheme from other students. All right, so we have to open this. I need to go to Blackboard again. Let me make this clearer. Here, the folder. So we need to go to the first part. In the module number 1, lab number 1, random selection. And here, the files are going to be inside the folder of the lab. In this case, complementary files. 3 diameters. I think we can open this in this file. Well, first I need to download it, right, from Minitab, even when it is an Excel file. So now I downloaded. You see it's here below. Go to Minitab, File, Open. Let's say Worksheet, Local File, 3 diameters. There you have. Open. And there you have. So what it is, it says add your judgment sample and random sample mean to the bottom of each column, respectively, and equal to 60. With yours added, the number of samples is 60. So we're supposed to have 59 here in the left side. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're showing up. 59, right? 59, 59, 59, yes. And now you will have to complete with the corresponding means that you got. In this case, I got 1 for both. 1 for both, so there you have 1. And then after that, we will have to create a histogram. How to do this? Oh, that's all right. I mean, well, follow the instructions. For judgment sample means, for the first column, on the drop-down menu, select Stat, Basic Stat. Stat, Basic Statistics, and then Graphical Summary. Graphical Summary, Variable C1, and then OK. That's all. Oh, there you have. You see? And there you have a histogram. Later we will talk about this kind of graphical methods to analyze. But essentially in this case it's representing is how all the numbers we have here in the column number 1 for judgment, they are distributed, right? And then we have to do the same for the random sample means. a graph, histogram, and descriptive statistics are outputted for each of the categories. Find the mean on the right side table in order to compare. So let's do it for the mean here is 1.6983. You see here for the summary report for judgment. Now let's do it for the random sample. Basic stat, graphical summary. Now use the random column. And then, okay. And the sample mean and the mean is 1.2633. You see, it was greater in the one oh yeah, here we have. By the way, here in the column to the left, you see, we have summary report for judgment. And if you click there, summary report for random. So it's easier to compare. Summary report for judgment, notice that the mean is this, is 1.6983, and the mean here in the summary report for random, the mean is 1.2633. Okay, I didn't compute the mean for all the 83, so it will be interesting to compare that. All right, and then after that, essentially we are done with the activity. You see this, that's all. There you have here mock instructions or other optional method. Well, you don't have to follow this if you have completed what I have done before. Now in these questions, please respond these questions, right? You will have to respond this question. This is part of the activity. And then summary, personal selection tends to yield sample means that are larger than the true mean because personal selection tends to be biased, right? Yeah. Because so the conclusion here is that the mean in the personal selection is larger. You see that because that method, personal selection, is biased. Essentially, that is the purpose for this activity. Okay. All right, guys. You see, that's all. I think it wasn't complicated, right? So you can expect to see one video for each lab activity that we're going to have in the course. Again, please remember, once you have completed, answer all the spaces in blank in this activity, you will have to upload it. You will have to upload the activity. Remember here. Module number 1, experimental design, lab 1, random selection. You will have to upload it here. Lab 1, upload your answer assignment. And that's all. And then you will have to respond to the quiz. Okay? All right, guys. Remember, you have any questions, send me an email. Or use the scheduled office hours. See you later.